Hi, everyone. So, there's an energy all around us right now of a need to really become more intuitive because as long as we're standing in the way of our intuition, then we're standing in the way of our blessings. And so it feels like there are just some things that we still don't see. So, because of that, or even things that we're not hearing from our intuition, but because of that, I would like to do a spread for what we do not see. So I want to start out by rolling a planetary dice just to see if there is some planet that we can be working with to help us in this energy. So we're getting the North Node, and the North Node is all about our purpose and what we were here to do and what we most believe in and the things that we can do to benefit others. So that's really interesting. And often, with following your North Node, following your true course, following your purpose, it does really involve tapping into your intuition. So it's interesting that we're starting with that. And I like that. But it does tell me that there may be something that we do not see having to do with being able to follow our purpose. And a lot of us don't know what our purpose is or why we're here or what our mission is. And so I think this is just reinforcing that tapping into our intuition can really help us to figure out the real direction we're meant to go in. So I'd like to start with a Oracle of the Radiant Sun card to see if we can get some more planetary energies to help us. So we have Moon in Sagittarius with optimism. So that's a fantastic way to also start this reading because the moon is all about our emotions and how we nurture ourselves. And Sagittarius is our the things that we most believe in, the things that we have the most faith in. And that really goes along with our North Node, especially if we're staying in a very optimistic mindset. And because, as we all know, the more optimistic we stay, the more our manifestations can really come in. So, but let's see what the tarot wants to tell us. So this really does feel like, how will we follow our North Node? How do we know we're on the right path? How do we keep our vibration very high and our frequency very high? And also, what are we not seeing? Or what are we blocking? Or how is our intuition blocked? And are we blocking our blessings? So really, that's what I want to find out today, and really what we don't see, so that we can work with the energies that we're not seeing. So there's Judgment, the Devil, Temperance, Six of Cups. Underneath, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Underneath everything is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is all about understanding what you have already done and celebrating those milestones, being very grateful for the things that you have already done, for the things that you have already accomplished, and not forgetting about the things that you have already accomplished. So I think this is really about becoming very clear about not only what you want, but how far you have already come. So that feels like an important part of some of the things that may be blocking us at this time. But let's keep going and see what else. With the Judgment card falling here in your challenge position, it's giving me the impression that you are being tested right now, but you feel like you're not passing the test, or you feel like you don't know what the answer is. And this is really what we're talking about here. We're talking about not knowing if we're on the right path or not. So Judgment falling here in this position is confirming that. Am I passing the test? Am I going the right direction? Am I blocking my own blessings? And this Judgment card in the challenge position is really about sometimes just needing to take a break and understanding that the road that you're on is a life's worth work. It's not about getting it all done today. It's not about knowing all the answers today. It's about learning a new answer every single day. That it's not a race, it's really just your spiritual journey, and your journey is going to be unique to you. With these Four of Wands here, it's reminding you, you have already come so far. So don't worry that you're going the wrong way. This is confirming that you're going the right way. You just can't see it right now, which is really what we're asking in this spread. I think that you do not trust yourself with this Devil card falling here. This is giving me the impression that there are still things inside of you and around you that you still feel that you have to rely on, things that you have attachments to. So whether these are people, relationships, substances, whatever it is for you, if you if you like to spend too much money on things that you don't need, if you overeat, make it make sense for you. But it feels like you're still kind of standing on this foundation of not understanding how to raise your own vibration through these stuck types of energies, and really not understanding that you have more wisdom in this situation than you realize. And that's, I think, why I wanted to lay this spread in the first place, because that was the feeling that I'm getting is, how are we blocking our own blessings from coming in? And I think it's because we're still really stuck on these old limiting ways of thinking about our life, and the way we approach life, and the way we handle life, and our vices that we are attached to, and this type of thing. I love to see Temperance in this position, because with Temperance here, this is saying that in the past, you have learned how to alchemize a lot of your negative energies. And again, this is why we're seeing this Four of Wands, because this is again reminding you that you've already learned a lot of lessons. You've already learned how to turn and transmute a lot of these negative shadow energies into something that can benefit you, which is exactly what our North Node is about. And so the Four of Wands is here to remind you of that, that in the past you have learned hard lessons. You can do hard things. You have learned how to alchemize these things and turn them into something that's gold for you and for your life and your purpose, and not to forget about that. So that's good. I love that we're seeing that there, because this is really reminding us of your abilities, and that you do know how to transmute a lot of your darkness that's around you already. The Six of Cups is here, and this is what you're manifesting. This is what you're bringing in. And this is a very emotional card, and it's really this idea that what you have always loved, what your inner child has always loved, what you loved in childhood, you can now start to put that into play. That today is the day. This is when your spiritual journey begins. You are being tested. The universe is giving you a choice in the matter to either follow your heart and what your childhood and your inner child has always desired, or to just stay stuck and drown yourself in whatever these escapist type of things are for you. Again, make that make sense for you. But you're really being given this choice right now. And I feel like that could be the answer to what's blocking you, is instead of choosing what's in your heart chakra, what your inner child wants, that you tend to listen to more to the devil on your shoulder and say, well, we can start that tomorrow. I'm just going to have another drink and I'm going to go to bed and I'll worry about that tomorrow. While your inner child is saying, no, let's start today. Today is the day. Let's do it today. So it looks like you're heading straight into an energy, though, where you are going to start bringing something else into your life that you didn't have previously. The Two of Pentacles is bringing on another plate that you can spin in the air. And this is like, it's not you choosing between two things. It's choosing to take two things on. So if this is about building a business, for example, you're bringing it on while you still have your day job, these types of things. So make it make sense for you. But often the Two of Pentacles can feel a little unstable. So to use that example I just used, if you still have a day job, but then you come home and you start working on your side hustle, or you get busy with that, or a project, or if you're painting something, if you're writing something, make it make sense for you. But it can make your life feel a little bit unstable. because you feel like you're busy all the time, that you're constantly going from one job to the other, from one responsibility to the other. So it doesn't feel really stable, but there is a lot of potential there because you're dealing with two separate pentacles. And you see yourself with the Seven of Pentacles here, you really see yourself as putting a lot, you've already put a lot in. You've already put a lot in as far as this Temperance card here, alchemizing, facing your shadow side, maybe putting that credit card down and not going shopping today, whatever it is for you. But it feels like you already have been working on that and you've invested quite a bit into whatever this is. So choosing the thing that makes your heart happy over the thing that you're just trying to escape. And again, this Four of Wands is here to tell us that same message, that there are things here that you can celebrate. There are milestones here that you have achieved. So I think that you are looking at yourself correctly in the sense that you have invested so much already, and you can be really proud of yourself for the things that you have invested. So, but now to get to the things that we really can't see, we're getting the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about escaping. It's exactly a card of escaping. And this is what we're talking about. But in this case, because it's falling with the Devil, this is about you escaping the devil. This is about you escaping this situation, this vice, this codependency, this addiction. Make it make sense for you, but you are escaping it. And you're understanding from your experiences, especially in the past with this Temperance card, and your immediate future with this thing that you're about to take on, and with the Six of Cups that your inner child really wants, that you're about to embark on that. Your experiences are taking you through this present moment where you understand that you don't need the devil anymore. You don't need whatever that attachment is anymore, because your true happiness is escaping from that. So it's an illusion, in other words, and the devil often is an illusion. This idea that you can't stop drinking, and again, this is just an example, but you can't stop drinking, but that is the illusion. The illusion is just that escaping from that is the answer, and it's a lot easier than you think, and it's going to bring you a lot of peace in the long run. But it's really breaking that mindset. It's breaking that mental attachment. It's breaking that limiting belief about yourself. That's the hardest part. But in the long run, I think you'll realize it really wasn't that hard in the first place. So the Queen of Pentacles is showing up in a very interesting position, because what this is telling me is you want this. You want this kind of stability in your life. You want to be able to say that you turned these two pentacles into financial independence, where you can just sit and receive your blessings. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about you being out of your own way when it comes to receiving your blessings. And so, but there's another part of you that does not want that. There's a shadow part of you that doesn't want that. And we were talking about this recently. I think I did a reading yesterday about having a mindset, perhaps, that money is the root of all evil, or money is not spiritual, or money is not godly. And that's actually the opposite of the truth. Money actually is spiritual. It's a spiritual, energetic exchange, and the universe will often reward us with monetary resources when we do pass the test, when we do release the devil, when we do face our demons. And so I think that there is a message coming through again, which has been coming through a lot lately, that we could be blocking our own blessings because we're afraid of having those blessings and what that will mean. But there is something very empowering about understanding that money truly is spiritual, and that you don't have to look at it as dark or something that you have to somehow resist, and to kind of rebirth this idea of money. So this I love in your potential outcome is the Seven of Cups, because this is about looking at all of your choices. And in this case, we were talking about illusions. We're talking about the devil being the illusion, that we think that having another drink or buying another pair of shoes or getting into another bad relationship, whatever it is for you, we think that that's the answer. But as we work through this and as we start to take this test from the universe, we start to realize that those are the illusions, that we're being pulled back into that because the devil wants us there. And that looking more closely to see what your options are and where you have the most faith and what your childhood and your inner child really wanted, you're progressing from a 6 to a 7 here. So you're saying, yeah, I remember what I wanted to do as a child, and I didn't have to have another pair of shoes as a child. In fact, I was mostly outside and barefoot as a child, for example. Now you're progressing to the 7 where you're saying, what did I have the most faith in as a child? What was that thing? And that's what you're being called to do, is to really look at that. And you will probably almost surprise yourself by what you'll find. And so I think that is what we don't see. We're seeing that whatever this thing is that we keep getting sucked into, we think it's the thing we want, but we're being deluded by the devil into thinking that's the thing we want. And to really breaking free of that and focusing on the thing that we love to do as a child, and then letting our blessings come in, facing our shadow side, which you've already learned to do with temperance, and understand that money is a good thing. The universe wants to reward you so that you can have nice things. Wow. So let's get some more tarot, because I would like to see more about how you fit into all of this, maybe some things you can focus on, what your challenges might be. We already see some challenges here with the devil, of course. So, but you are showing up here as the 5 of Cups. And this is telling me that you currently have a position that's fluctuating between optimism and sadness and grief and despair and maybe a sense of loss. Maybe some of you have lost something recently. And so there is definitely this element of sadness that's coming through here, which I like even more with this Judgment card here, because if you are fluctuating between optimism and sadness, that is this decision, this inner voice inside of you saying, am I going to choose to get into another bad relationship because I feel sad? Or am I going to choose what my heart wants because I'm feeling optimistic? Am I going to start painting that painting I've always wanted to paint since I was a child because I'm feeling optimistic? So this is really that call to you to really be this phoenix rising from the ashes and understanding that this sadness, being stuck in this devil energy, is what's making me sad. It's not making me feel better. It's making me feel sad. And this might help to change your mind about the whole thing. But what I like is I see you going into this 2 of Pentacles energy, which tells me you're going to go for it. You're going to go for the thing that your inner child has always wanted you to do. And I think that's when everything will start to change. So, but let's get a few more tarot cards. So there's the devil again. So there's our synchronicity. There's the Queen of Cups, and there's the Knight of Pentacles. So this is what you're being asked to focus on, the devil. And the devil is here because they're saying you're putting way too much emphasis on whatever it is that you are being attached to. Getting into another bad relationship, having overeating, having that other drink. Please make it make sense for you. But that's what they're saying. There's too much emphasis, too much focus, and too much foundation in this. And it's time to really escape that. So in your challenge position is the Queen of Cups. And this is going to be really about you learning how to pour love into yourself. The Queen of Cups never, ever has an issue with understanding the love that she deserves and taking the time to love herself and to pour care into herself. But I think that that's going to be a struggle for you if it hasn't already been a struggle for you. I think that perhaps part of your shadow side, there was a part of you or someone who told you, maybe in childhood or maybe in a past relationship, that spending too much time and care on yourself is selfish. And so there's this need here for you to really see through that. That is also an illusion. And again, to birth these new ideas into being and dreaming up ideas of ways to take care of yourself And also with the Queen of Cups, to really use your intuition to draw that information in, to understand that the devil is on one shoulder and your Queen of Cups is on the other shoulder, and they're pulling you in very different directions. And as long as you lean towards this devil energy or addictions or whatever that is, the longer it's going to take you to escape that, and the longer it's going to take you to get to your blessings. That if you lean away from the addictions or the dependencies, again, make it your story. But if you lean away from that and towards your intuition, that's when your blessings can start to come in. And then finally, we end this reading with a Knight of Pentacles. And this is just really the advice is for you to just continue doing the work. It can be hard work talking ourselves out of having that extra piece of cake or that extra bag of potato chips at the end of the day, whatever it is for you. It can take a lot of work to do that. But if you focus that on whatever this new pentacle is you're bringing in, then of course that's how your blessings are going to start to come pouring in. And so I feel like these cards are really just reiterating what we had in our first layer. So, but let's do a few big picture oracle cards to close this out. And then I'd like to draw a couple of chakra cards so we can look at your energy field. So we have the sick bed or the bed, the broom, and the clover. So this really is also reiterating a lot of what we've said. The broom are those cycles that we're in over and over and over again, and it's falling with these two devils. It's the thing we do day in and day out and over again, those patterns, those addictions, those things that perhaps can be bad for us. And because I'm seeing it with the bed, this is like waking up every day with a hangover, or waking up every day with buyer's remorse, or waking up every day saying, oh, why did I eat that extra piece of pizza? Or why did I hook up with that guy last night? Whatever it is, make it make sense for you. But this is telling me you wake up every day over and over and over again saying, I wish I hadn't done that. I'm not going to do it again, but then you do. So, but what I like here is the clover falling in here, because this is your lucky opportunity to make a clean break from that. And this is really by trusting your inner Queen of Cups when she says, hold on, use your intuition and think about the blessings that can come in if you focus on painting the painting instead, or you focus on writing the screenplay, or starting your business, or composing that song, whatever it is for you, your dream, your childhood dream. If you focus on that instead and use your intuition, that's when your blessings are going to come in. So let's finish this with two chakra cards so we can look at the health of your chakras, because that's what I do, and I'm hoping I can help if you need that kind of help. So we have Earth Star with powerful. I love that. So this is telling me that you are extremely grounded, and that's falling on top of one of these devils. So this tells me that you 100% have the ability to kick this habit, whatever this is. You just needed a reason to, and hopefully you just were given one. And then we have Heal Your Heart with Boastful. So I think this is that devil side of you, the devil side of you that makes you think like, it's okay, I can buy one more car because I earned it and I deserve it. But then you feel really bad in the next day for doing that kind of energy. So there's definitely a need here, especially with the Six of Cups in here. And we're talking so much about your inner child and your childhood and following your heart. So I do think that there is a need to really, let's focus on your heart chakra and get that healing done so that you can move through this energy more easily. And so if you're interested in a free Reiki healing for your heart, I will put a link in the description and the pinned comment. That is yours. You can have it. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, there's a whole section for the heart chakra. And we've done this one before, but I like this one. So I'm going to tell you again. Here's a page that is specifically for the heart chakra. And the exercise for the day says gently tap on your sternum, which is right in the middle of your chest. And just tap on that several times a day, and that will help to activate your heart chakra. So even if you can right now, just take 2 fingers and tap on the center of your chest just several times. And that will really help to open up your heart chakra and help with the healing. And but again, if you're interested in that free Reiki healing for your heart chakra, just go ahead and look for that in the description and in the comments. So that is your reading. That is what you don't see. So please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.